Hi, everybody. Welcome
Hi.
to week 52, 1 year celebration of SoulSpace podcast. We're so excited that we made it a full year.
We did it. And you guys have been with us
Yeah,
almost the entire time. It's been pretty awesome.
yeah, yeah. So today we decided we're going to kind of go over just the names of each week that we've done and kind of do a little recap. And then we're going to pull some cards because that seems to be the favorite thing of everybody. Always fun to pull cards, and we always get a lot of people that watch those and like them, and so it's fun to always get a little scope of what's going on since it's beginning of summer and our next season of life. For now, it's fun to do a little reading for that. See what's going on.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. We have a lot of good things. We're going to do our reading after the recap. So stay tuned for that. Look forward to sharing a whole bunch of stuff about the energy of the summer with you. So,
Yes. And summer is going along good so far. Love it.
yes, beautiful summer. Wonderful weather up here in the north. If
Yeah.
you're not in the north, it's probably really hot. I'm sorry for you, but hopefully you have air conditioning.
It's been really good here. I think we've only turned our air on 2 times this year so far here. It's been humid a lot of days because we've had a lot of rain, but not so much in Fargo as much as other places. But some places are really flooding this week. So it's, always something, but gotta love the weather.
Gotta, gotta. It's different every year.
Yeah.
Well, should we get started? Let's talk about some of the stuff that we have done this year.
So our first 4 weeks, we did the law of value, the law of compensation, the law of influence, and the law of authenticity. So those were really fun, and they were from one of Esther Hicks's books, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah, so I believe that that one is from um, The Astonishing Power of Deliberate Intent.
Mhm.
And she and her husband, late husband, have a lot of books, and we featured quite a few of them. And this is another one that we featured, The Astonishing Power of Emotions, and that has a lot of wonderful things in it. One of our favorites. And the one we feature a lot because it has a lot of amazing things, which Tracy's grabbing too. Ooh, that's the deliberate intent, yes, that you have. And I have Ask and It Is Given. This is one of our favorite books. So if you haven't picked it up yet, you've been watching us for a while, this is definitely one of our big recommendations. Absolutely love it. Learning to Manifest Your Desires. Love it. With a foreword by Dr. Wayne Dyer, which if you don't know his work, look
Yeah,
him up too.
I have quite a few of his books on my shelf too.
I have a ton of Esther and Jerry Hicks. I just grabbed a couple.
Yeah, here's the law of attraction. I have quite a few of theirs too.
Getting into the Vortex is one of our favorites. My favorite thing about that book is the meditations that come along with it. There it is. Yep.
And
Love it.
uh, they have another one. I don't wanna break my,
They have Money and the Law of Attraction, which is also a great book.
yeah, that one too. But this one, they have just the vortex one too.
Yep.
And that one has CDs in the back, Mine are
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so mine. I
But
still use CDs.
yeah, my computer doesn't even have a CD anymore. I don't.
Mine doesn't either. That's why I have an extension thingy
Oh
with a
yeah,
CD in it.
one of those. We do have a CD player at the office though, and that's fun.
Yes.
I just,
Yes, it is.
yeah, that's good. So, okay, that was the first 4. Then we did be open to receiving. And That's always a good one. That's one that a lot of people need help with. When we don't, sometimes you don't think you're worthy or whatever it is, you're just not open to receiving. And we don't realize that that's what's holding us back, is that we're not being open to receiving the good that's trying to come, right?
Yeah, a lot of the times that's really the roadblock for people. They don't realize it is that one of the reasons you're not getting a lot of the things that you're wanting is because you're not receiving them. And so that's a really huge one. If you're kind of hitting some roadblocks on some of your manifestations, things you're trying to create, a lot of times that receiving piece is what's kind of holding you back. So take a look at some of those podcasts that we have around that. You guys will really enjoy that.
And allowing those things to come in. We think we need to push, push, push all the time to get what we want, and it's all, going forward, but it's a push momentum. But really, we just need to allow and
Right.
receive. So
Sometimes you're pushing so hard that you're actually creating resistance,
right.
which is slowing the process for yourself.
Yeah.
And so letting go and allowing is a really big piece that's difficult for many of us because we all want to control. I know that I have problems with that sometimes. I always like to be in control. The truth is you always are in control, but letting go of that resistance really makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 10, we did Ho'oponopono. That was a fun one.
Mm,
Remember that?
yes.
That's so good.
One of
Ho'oponopono.
our most popular ones.
Yeah, and that's one of our favorite things to use, energy modalities, I guess you could call it, to use in healing work and for ourselves. It's a method of prayer. Number 11 was wellness. I don't really remember. In prayer, we talk to God. In meditation, God talks to us. I think it was a lot about maybe we did some of our Amari products in that one.
Mhm.
About
Yeah,
that,
we talked about that's like some of our favorite Amari products and how they've helped us.
yeah. And
Hmm.
anxiety and stress and stuff like that. Prevalent again today. We should do another one soon about that, because so
Absolutely.
having major stresses in their life. Number 12, we did meditation. That was a good one. It's always good to talk about meditation.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely one of my favorite things.
yeah. 13 was rocks. We talked about rocks and crystals, another favorite. And I think we've talked about them a couple times. Yep.
Of course we have, because rocks and crystals are always here to help us in all the ways. So here's my selenite.
Yeah.
Because I always have rocks. I have a whole bunch of rocks in my pocket too, but I won't pull all those out right now.
Yeah, I have some nice all around me. There's always rocks. Number 14, we did clearing the clutter. That was a good one. Always good to do. And I like to do this seasonally too. Um, and we did it in, let's see, it looks like it was October, mid-October. So that's a good time to do some clutter clearing before the holidays and get rid of that stagnant energy and the things that you're not using anymore. Then we did essential oils. Those were really good. Always love essential oils.
Oh, yeah, and I had my aromatherapy book
Oh, awesome.
that we kind of featured in that as well.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Literally entitled Aromatherapy, the Healing Power of Plants and Flowers. Love this book. I got this one, I think, at Barnes and Noble, actually. They have really good sections on aromatherapy and stuff. So,
Yep. I have a good one too about aromatherapy and vibrational healing by Mark
mm,
Lambo. She has a rock shop in Florida, and she's an energy gal. So she's really good. Then we did pendulum and dowsing. That was a good one.
oh,
That was
yeah.
that's when you do energy work like we do, a pendulum and dowsing is really um an everyday thing that we use, and you just, get used to that, and muscle testing and all that. I think we talked about all the things with that encompass that. They're really good tools to use for a lot of different things. Dowsing rods or a pendulum and muscle testing, it all is working with your own energy. So really good.
Yes.
Then we did mediumship. That one is your favorite subject.
Sure is. I wonder why.
Yeah, Carissa is an awesome medium, and she does works with that a lot with her clients.
I
Yeah,
do a lot of readings with loved ones, with angels, with spirit guides, with ancestors. And that's what I get called to do most
yeah,
is especially readings with loved ones. And so yeah, definitely one of my favorite topics, something I absolutely love to do. Actually, one of my most joyful and healing experiences that I get to do in the work that we do.
yeah. So awesome. Then we did chakra basics. So we touched on a little bit of the chakra system, and being Reiki practitioners, we work in the chakras a lot. So uh both it's good to know at least a little bit about the chakras, because then you can understand a lot of times what's going on in your body, that there could be an emotion stuck in a certain chakra, or there's ways to ease those and get rid of those blockages in your energy, so you can feel better, not only physically but also emotionally, a lot emotionally and spiritually. It works on all levels, so chakras are good to know. Then we did 3 different ones for freedom release. We did the process and physical pain, and then freedom release. I don't my notes are sketchy there. I don't know for sure how we did that, but that was 19, 20, and 21.
Well, we did the freedom release method for different
Oh, the
subjects.
process of it on 19, and then for 21 we just did physical pain, and 20 we did the magic, counting your blessings, and we did a rampage of appreciation from Abraham. That's good. That's so fun to do.
Absolutely, that was a blast.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about the magic, that's one of the books that we've featured a lot too in our podcast in the last year. The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. She's the one who wrote The Secret. She has a huge line of books, which are all amazing. And so highly, highly, highly recommended. We actually did a book study on this book this year, as well as a group which was open to the public for free. So if you missed that, I'm sure we'll do it again because that's such a good book.
Book. And we revisit it every couple of years, so we'll do
Yeah.
another Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Here's my notes on the 21. I wrote them down twice, I guess. 21, we did tapping with You Can Heal Your Life and feeling sick. It was in the winter, or like end of November. So that's when a lot of flus were going around and people had colds and stuff like that. So we just wanted to clear the energy around that. And
I'm sure that was one of the times that I was sick.
no, I think,
I got sick more this year than I normally do. It was crazy.
yeah,
But you talked about You Can Heal Your Life. Also, one of our absolute favorites and highly recommended books, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, the complete OG on healing yourself through the power of intent and words.
yeah,
So,
so
love
important.
it.
Really
Favorite. Get
important.
it.
Yeah, very good. Um, then we did, I don't know, 23, we did ways to combat stress. So we talked about a lot of different things in that one. I think meditation, supplements, sleep. I think we did a lot of an overall podcast about different ways to combat stress.
A lot of good info on that one.
Yeah, yeah. 24, we did what can a life coach do for me? So we talked all about coaching. Another thing that we love to do is coach, and that's really why we started the podcast, was to just coach and do some coaching for free for people that they could just, plug into one of the videos and get some help on an area. So part of part of coaching is our energy work, and talking through things with people, getting to the root cause of things, why they're feeling stuck, or if you need help moving forward or staying on track, whatever that is. Coaching is a great way to help you, and um, uh, almost everyone has a coach of some kind, or should, to get you moving forward in what you want to do. We've both used coaches and both coach people. So yeah, really good. Then number 25 must have been January, first one in January, because we did what's in store for 24. We did reading on that one, card readings. That was a fun one. And we've tried to kind of do readings every quarter at least. And it's always fun at the new start of a new season to do, just to see what the energy is doing for us at the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And 26, we did setting intentions for the new year. 27, we did the magic again, talked about the magic. I think that was right before we were starting our book study.
Yeah, so we talked about the book in general, but it's about the power of gratitude, and talked a little bit about the book study that we were going to do, which we have completed now. So
then we did 28 was creating a vision board. That's really fun. It's how we used to do a workshop every year at our office about creating vision boards, and maybe we'll revisit that again next year or this coming fall or something. Or
I do love creating vision boards.
Yeah,
They're fun.
I've been doing mine. Well, instead of doing a big one, I used to do a huge one that would be on the wall here, but now I started doing small ones that I can just put in my journal or my planner and have them with me. And I look at it way more often. When I had it on my wall, I took it for granted that it was there, so I didn't really look at it anymore. But yeah, visions boards are really fun to do, and you can really get a sense, you can put yourself in those goals that you want to achieve, and see yourself actually accomplishing them when you have a vision board to help you with that. Good.
Vision boards are amazing. There's lots of ways to do them. So
Yeah.
check that podcast out if you're looking to set goals for yourself.
And then we did ways to uplift yourself. So just little hints and tricks to, like the micro dance to do, help you raise your elevation, your mood, raise your energy. If you're feeling low or feeling depleted, whatever that is, that's that. Those are always fun. We had fun with that one.
And we felt uplifted when we were done. So
Right. But we usually do.
we
usually
always do.
each other laugh in the podcast, and that's another thing that we love is humor in our lives. So don't forget about that.
Important to have fun.
Right. Number 30, we did Reiki, what it is and how it can help you. Again, one of our favorite subjects.
Such a powerful tool.
Yeah, Reiki is
For
really
life.
life-changing and so amazing for, as a modality to have done to you, but also to learn it. It really strengthens your spiritual awareness and your connection to God and all of that. It brings you really connects you back into the earth and into God's energy, and it's just something really sacred and special for both of us, I think.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
31, we did Let's Get Out of the Slump. We did Freedom Release Method and EFT, so tapping too. Those are
Yeah.
fun, really fun modalities to use to get you back on track and get rid of those blocks that are holding me back. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
both of them, are so fun. 32, that must have been around Valentine's Day, because we did Love Day. Maybe it was on Valentine's Day.
Might have been on Valentine's Day. It might have been Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah. So we talked to all things about love. 33, your emotions are your guide. Then that was from the emotional guidance system that we use on Freedom Release Method, and really always paying attention to your emotions. 34, we did Working with the Magic of Gratitude. So more on from the book, The Magic, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. It's such a good book. How could you not do like 50,000 things on the magic? Yeah.
I know. We could revisit that one almost every day. And it's important to have gratitude in your life. It really makes a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
35, we did theta healing, another favorite modality of ours. I just worked with a client last week with theta healing, and it felt so good to do it again. Yeah, you and the
This is one of the books. She has a few different ones, but this is the most recent one I picked up. Theta Healing, You and the Creator. Deepen your connection with the energy of creation by Diana Stabile.
Yeah, I don't have that one yet. I have theta
Yeah, this
healing.
is one of her newer ones. It's really simple, almost like a synopsis. So if people are interested in it, this is a good one to get. Otherwise, her first Theta Healing book is absolutely fabulous, of course.
I have, no, these two are the special ones. 7 Planes of Existence, and then Diseases
Mm,
and Disorders. Don't know where my other ones are. I have 2 more, but I don't know where they are right now.
yeah, I have
Might be
the
up.
Theta Healing, the first one, which is like the manual, and then I think Advanced DNA, which is the second manual for
Or level.
her first 2 classes, first 2 levels.
Yeah, I have those two too somewhere. But so yeah, theta healing is awesome.
We
36.
talked about our experiences with that too, which is pretty amazing. I've had some really awesome experiences with Theta.
Yeah. 36, we did the focus wheel. That's a good coaching technique that we use, or coaching exercise, I guess. Really helps you get focused on what you want, and helps you stay focused on what you're trying to do.
That's an Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks.
37 is spring renewal. So that must have been close to maybe in March or something like that. Revitalizing that energy of winter, getting us out of the cold energy, maybe. 38, we did, am I vibrationally aligned with my desires? So just checking in, see what your vibration is doing. Sometimes that needs to be, you want to clear your energy so you can move forward if you're starting to feel stagnant.
We talked a lot about what vibration means, and how it can help, how you can help yourself to get into a vibration that is aligned with the things that you want, because that's like the most important piece really towards getting what you want, is being in the vibration of what you want. And that also has to do with receiving and allowing. So it all
Right.
kind of ties together
Yeah.
in that one.
Yeah. 39 is the magical to-do list and leveraging. That was a fun one. I don't remember what book that is in, but
Magical to-do list is in the magic.
is it?
And it's one of my favorite ones because I have a magical to-do list, which I continue to add to. And I'm one by one
Checking them out.
getting all those things on my magical to-do list. A couple of them that I didn't know for sure how or when or if they would ever happen. So
Yeah.
check that one out because it's making me real happy.
That is, yeah.
Love it.
And then leveraging, just thinking about what you want or putting yourself in that completed thought, and that you, as if you already have those things on your list, and being in that energy for at least what, the 17 seconds, but we usually do 30 or so seconds, and just feeling all those emotions and all the energy about already accomplishing those things. And then 40, we did spring cleaning of the mind. That was kind of a good one, just getting rid of stuff we don't need anymore.
Reprogramming.
Yeah, yeah. 41 was all about prosperity, and we went through You Can Heal Your Life with those. We did some, I think, freedom release and maybe some tapping too with
I think
that.
we did both. Yeah. Releasing those blocks to prosperity. Who doesn't want to do that?
Right. And I always use that, right?
Yes.
42, we did crystals and stones and essential oils for prosperity. So those two in a row were all about prosperity. Those are
Yeah.
out. Oh yeah, awesome.
Featured books. I have Crystal Prosperity by Judy Hall, who is an amazing, amazing author. You can find her all over the place. And then one of the books, Crystal Healing, which is an amazing book by Simon and Sue Lilly, which I actually got for Tracy, which hopefully she doesn't want back.
I didn't even remember that it was mine, so probably it
Well,
probably
it was at the rock shop and you said I could have it. So
yeah, then it's
it's
yours.
mine now.
I have plenty of books. I probably have one of those somewhere.
Probably
Uh,
have another one, yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah. We can never say too much about rocks and crystals, and it's just part of who we are. So
They're always they're always there to help you. Such positive energy magnifiers. Good for anything that you want to accomplish. And intention is really the biggest piece with crystals, is with any healing modality that you use or any tools that you use. So yeah, pick up some rocks, man. You're not gonna regret it.
yeah, yeah. Then what? I lost my place. Um,
Crystals and rocks for prosperity.
43 was the magical air that you breathe. So we talked about like box breathing, different breathing techniques to help calm you down, help you ease the stress, and just, ones to do before you go to bed to kind of calm you before you go to sleep. Um, all of those things that you can do, a lot of the things we talked about in all of our healing modality stuff, a lot of them are things you can do on the go when you're at a stoplight or standing in line at the grocery store. Those kind of things that you can just fit into your daily life to help you, relieve stress and anxiety or anger or stubbornness or, having to go, go, go all the time. If we just take a step back and take a breath, can really help how you feel throughout your day. 44 was following and paying attention to your guidance. Really checking in once in a while and seeing where are your emotions at. And maybe you've been getting hints and little things laying out in front of you that you should be following, and you're not noticing them, or you're ignoring what your guidance is telling you. So just paying more attention to those things.
How to connect with your own intuition and guidance. We touched on that quite a bit.
Yeah.
That one as well.
Yeah. 45 was resistance to change. Some people don't like change at all. And some people love change.
I'm getting more and more used to change and appreciating it, but that's always been a struggle for me, is when things change and shift. I kind of like, for a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, now we're okay. This is how I've always been. So, I mean, I'm getting better and better at it.
Yeah,
Still a work in progress.
awesome. Yeah. I love change. I get bored easily, so change is always good for me.
What's interesting, because I get bored easily.
Yeah,
So why do I rail against change?
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's fun. Yeah, makes life interesting. But
Sure.
that's probably why we get along so well, is we have those some things really opposite, but a lot of things generally we like together, we like the same. So
I think so. I know. I mean, because our differences definitely make it interesting. And then we can also pull from our own experiences that are different to kind of help people in different ways too. So it just works. Our
it-
friendship just works.
it's awesome. Number 46 is how to change. So, we talked about getting rid of that resistance and then how we can change easily. And that was from chapter 7, and you can heal your life. So if you have problems with change, go listen to that number 46. That might be good for you.
It was good for me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Louise. All
Yeah, Louise to the rescue.
right.
47 was summer tips for mental wellness. That was a good one. Going into the summer season, keeping your mind straight and your emotions and everything on track. 48 was releasing energy blocks to moving forward. That was that was a good one. I think that was when we were both having car trouble, and
Yeah.
what's going on was like, what we released some things.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. I killed like what, 3 cars in a row or something. It was horrible.
Yeah. 49, healing relationships. That's always a good one. And we're gonna
Yeah.
pull apart on relationships today. Um,
Mhm.
Number 50 was communication. Always, you can never learn too much about communication. We sometimes, when you get stressed out, you really shut down and you forget to communicate. And other people around you need that communication, and it's something to always work on in relationships. We don't communicate enough a lot of times, is the problem in any relationship. So that was a good one. Then last week we did protecting your energy. That was a fun one too. I love talking about that, different ways to protect yourself from all the energies around you, because sometimes the energy is really chaotic. And especially this year, it really has been, for some reason, really chaotic for a lot of people. And it's important to know those little tips and tricks that you can do to help you with that.
Right.
And
And in your everyday life too, and we talked about a lot about, if there's different places or people that go and make you feel drained, and why that could be. And sometimes symptoms of anxiety or depression can be energy you've taken on, and how to deal with some of that things, if that's the root of it, and things like that. And gave you a lot of tips and tricks. So definitely check that one.
yeah. And now we are on our first year celebration. So
Oh,
that
here
wraps up
together.
the year. It went so fast. And
It did.
yeah, and we had a lot of fun doing these, and we'll continue on and see what else we can get into.
Absolutely, because there's so many rabbit holes we haven't even touched on yet. And there's so much information that we've only just scratched the surface. And we love getting together to do these, and we love sharing information with you guys. And so we're just gonna keep on keeping on, because that's what we do.
Yeah. And we're always learning new things, and um deep diving into the things that we already know and learning more about that. So yeah, it's a never ending fun experience, fun rabbit hole to go down.
That's the fun thing about life is there's always more.
Yeah.
There's always more. As our friend Espen says, and more to come. There's more and more and plenty to come. So we're looking forward to another year with you guys.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay!
Okay. So let's pull some cards.
Yes, let's do the reading for the energy of the summer. I'm so excited because we both love doing readings and card readings, of course, are one of our favorite things to do. It's not the only thing that we do, but it's one of our favorites. We always have so much fun. Sometimes we'll do intimate galleries where we do readings for small groups of people as well together at our office. We haven't done one of those in a while, but man, are they so much fun. So we should soon.
Yeah.
But we're going to do one for you today for free, and we're going to have so much fun with it. So I have a list of topics that we're going to pull a card each on to make it simple.
Yeah.
So again, we're going into the energy of this summer on different topics. So our first topic is going to be on business and career and the energy to look forward to this summer on that. So this And the thing to remember with group readings is that there's something for everyone in these readings. So listen for the things that strike you, listen for the things that resonate with you, because those are the pieces that are meant for you. So maybe everything will resonate, or maybe there'll just be pieces that resonate. So just pay attention to that
Yeah.
as we go through.
Yep. Okay. Mm. Ready? Do you want to go first or shall I?
Doesn't matter. I'm ready.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I'm using for this one, I'm using my Angel Tarot, which is one of my favorite things to use. And I got for business and career, I got Queen of Earth, and it says thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. And so on this card also is a lot of green, which is very heart centered, and a lot of gold, which is also around like the seat of will in our which chakra is our third chakra again?
Is it
Solar plexus. For some reason, the word is just like escaping me. In our solar plexus chakra, it also has to do with money and prosperity. So that's really fun to get for this season. This season is all about heart-centered work that also brings us prosperity and brings us more abundance, brings us more receiving of those things that we wanted. So part of that is making sure that you're taking the time to take care of yourself and your relationships around you, and that you're spending time with the people that you care about and love. Because that time that you take to relax, that time you take to take a deep breath, that time that you take to work on building your relationships, those are the things that are going to start bringing that abundance that you've been asking for in. It's a time to relax. It's a time to chill out. It's a time to start thinking about those ideas that are going to bring in more prosperity for yourself, whether you're looking for a new career, whether you are starting a business, whether you're in the business, but no matter what it is that you're doing, it's time to take a step back. It's time to relax. It's a time to spend time doing the things that you love with the people that you love, because that's really what's going to begin to open you up to that prosperity that you've been asking for, and also bring those opportunities in unexpected ways.
I love that. And of course, mine goes pretty much along with along with those lines.
Shocking.
Yeah, this one is Inner Truth. And it's a lot of greens. I don't know if you can see the colors as vibrant as they really are, but a lot of green and there's almost every color in there, but mostly is green. So that is prosperity and the inner truth. Um, Paying attention to yourself, what's going on inside. Take some time and be in nature and just listen to what's going on and what your inner guidance is trying to tell you about your business or what's going on with a job or whatever that is. Where is your heart at? Where do you want to be, and what are you doing? Are you doing what makes you feel good, or do you need to move to something else? Just paying attention to your heart space and knowing that you're never going to be steered wrong if you listen to that space, your heart space. This little girl on here has like a candle with a light. So if you are feeling like you're needing to move, or you're going down a different path, or you have different paths to follow, like on this card, just sense inside and listen to your inner knowing and follow your heart, and you'll always be guided down the right path. So it looks like there's a lot of light moving forward on this card, like up in the top. So whatever you decide to do and to choose, it's going to lead you in the right space. Love it.
Absolutely beautiful.
What's our next topic?
Our next topic is prosperity.
Awesome.
Such a good one. It's, as soon as I pulled it, like I just got excited. So our topic is the prosperity for this season and what that kind of energy looks like. And what I got for this one is Page of Fire. It's got lots of reds and golds, some green in there. And I love this. It says outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous, news of an exciting new endeavor, user originality and ingenuity. Well, for this one, what I really feel, especially the red, is telling us to ground ourselves, make sure we're grounded, make sure we are fully within our bodies and within ourselves, so that we can be confident in our steps forward. So Tracy talked earlier about how making sure that you're introspecting and you're paying attention to what your guidance is telling you. And when you do that, this is when you start really moving forward with confidence. So as you get your intuition in line with the things and you make that decision of what you want to do, you decide and you start going forward. So it's about moving towards things that you're passionate about. It's like about moving towards those things that you're excited about, those new endeavors, those things that you have confidence. I can do this. I'm really good at this. I'm going to finally break out and do this. So it's about using not only your intuitive sense to make those decisions and start moving forward towards those things that you want, but it's also about using your creativity and being yourself fully in those things as you move forward. Because the most important thing about moving forward in any endeavor, especially when it comes to career, business, prosperity, is that you're doing it from a genuine space.
Right.
When you do things from a genuine space of being fully you and going for it in that way, that honest energy really propels you forward in that endeavor, and people feel that and they know it and they're connected to it, and it's something that's very attractive. So as you're going forward, make sure that you're grounded, make sure that you are following your intuitive sense, and make sure that you're also doing it from that genuine space of, yes, I'm ready for it. Let's do this, and come at it from a passionate, excited space of being fully you, of course.
Right. I love it. I got the curse, and doesn't mean that that's bad, so don't think of it as bad. um, so this is from the shaman, mystical shaman oracle.
One of
So
my favorite decks.
this is the same, a lot of reds in here. So that is your foundation, that's your root chakra. And your foundation is, you know, where you have your stamina physically, where your foundation for like making a living. If you are struggling with those kind of things, then you might want to work on that root chakra and keep red things around you, carry a red stone in your pocket, do things like that. And the card specifically with the curse, it's talking about ancestral things, things from, you know, it can be generational or your way back ancestors or past lives, things that you're maybe working out in this life. So know that you have free will, and you have, you know, all these different modalities that we've talked about to help you get through and get rid of those blocks that are keeping you from moving forward in your financial and prosperous life. Um, there's all kinds of different things to get through those and get over those, things that your ancestors taught you or that you heard when you were a kid growing up. And we've done some work on this on former podcasts about, you know, getting rid of those blocks. Like if your grandparents lived through the depression and so they always held on to every penny, or they never bought anything new because they didn't know and the next crash was coming, or whatever it is, whatever those feelings you have in that foundation of your life, there are ways to work through those. And once you get through that stuff, it's all green on top. So that's bringing you that prosperity. And when you do the work, the things will come easier for you, and they'll start to flow, and you'll be doing really good. Sorry. My son is here and he just said hi. Um,
That's good because my computer was dying. I had to go plug that in. So
that's good. Yeah. Um, so just working through those things that are holding you back from doing the things you want to do and the places you want to get to. And it's all going to be smooth sailing once you do that. So, you know, we're always a work in progress. So always remember that. And, you know, it doesn't always like when you see that card, sometimes you think, oh my God, what's going on? You know, but it's not always a bad thing. Just move through those and pay attention, like you said, like Carissa said, pay attention to what's going on inside, and know that you have so many tools to get through the little bumps on the road, and they're not really big, huge mountains. You can get through them easily. So good cards. Good, good.
right. It's really about letting go to move forward.
Yeah. Yeah. It really.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Our next topic is relationships.
Ah, I think
What's in store for us? And what's going to help us in our relationships this summer? So I have two of them, but they're pretty short, and I can't help it because there's two of them. I'm sorry.
that's all right. Good.
So I'm using the Getting into the Vortex relationship cards by Esther and Jerry Hicks, and I have two of them. And the first one is relationships I don't want. Clarify those I do want.
Mm.
And I'll read the back for you. Whenever you know what you do not want, you always know more clearly what you do want. So, in any poignant moment of awareness of another person's undesirable situation, give your undivided attention to the idea of improvement that is hatched from your interaction or observation. And as you learn to do that, not only will you be of increasing value to others, but you will see how your relationships with others add immeasurably to your own becoming. So it's about in those relationships where you have a lot of things that you don't want, it does define for you more clearly, okay, well, this is what I do want. I don't want these things,
Yeah.
but these are the things I do want. And that helps you to learn and become and create more of what you do want going forward by knowing these are the things that I don't want. And so keep that in mind that every single relationship that you had, that you have had, and that you continue to have going forward is all going to have something to teach you and something to learn from and something to move forward from to get more of the things that you want. So each relationship brings clarity. I love that. It's so
Mhm.
true.
So good. Yeah.
Second one, the law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. And this really fits well with what we were talking about on business and prosperity. So there is this vortex of becoming, a vortex that contains all of the requests, all of the amended requests, each and every detail of each and every asking that has emanated from you. And the law of attraction is responding to that. The vortex is literally drawing in all things necessary for the completion of every request it contains. All cooperative components are being summoned and are becoming for the completion of these creations, for their answering of these questions, and for the solutions to these problems. And so this is all about the letting go and allowing. This is about the remembering that all the cooperative components, the universe is always bringing them together for you if you're open to receiving them and allowing them into your life. And remembering that everything is working out for you if you let it. So, love it.
Good. I love that card. That is a cool picture on there.
Definitely very loving
Yeah.
and saying it's all working out for you.
Mhm.
Chillax a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. The one I got is inner trust. Whoops, I always go the wrong way.
Love
Um,
it.
yeah. And like in all the cards so far have been about trusting your inner knowing, being aware of what's going on inside and knowing what your body feels like when things are good and when you should be moving forward and trusting that, and when you're not, when you should be going a different direction or turning away from something, just having that inner trust, and don't hide your uniqueness. That's one of the things that is prevalent on this card is don't change who you are to be with somebody else or to be with people that aren't suiting you. They're not your tribe or not your group of people to be around with, you know, trusting those instincts and noticing when there's red flags or things that you should be paying attention to that sometimes you push away and you don't pay attention to it when you should. So just always trust your inner knowing and your inner guidance, because it's never wrong. And knowing that, and don't don't shove it away or pass it by, because it really is something you need to listen to. So
There's the times that you shove it aside and second guess yourself that you have the most problems.
yeah.
I mean, when you retrospect, which, you
Mhm.
know, we all do in our humanness,
Yeah.
kind of think about that too, where I'm like, huh, if I
Yeah.
had listened to my own guidance and not to other people,
Yeah.
where would I be that would be different?
Right.
What parts of my life would have been easier or better if I had listened to that, or which ones would have been harder? So it's about just paying attention going forward. You
Mhm.
know, what am I feeling about this? And like you said, listening to that inner truth, that guidance that's always there for you. It's a natural part of ourselves. And making sure that you're going forward in a way that feels best to you.
Yep. Yep. All about trust.
Trusting yourself, trusting your guidance.
Yeah.
And we have our next one segues into love, which all of this all applies to as well. But love for this summer season, who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
Hmm, interesting. So I'm using the Goddess Power Oracle by Clett Reed. Love, love, love these cards.
Those are so good.
Yeah. I finally ponied up and got my own deck instead of using Tracy's all the time.
I have mine at the office, and we both use them a lot there.
We do. So the card I got is Maya, which means illusion. It's kind of
Ooh,
hard to see. It's got a lot of pink and tan and gold.
beautiful.
Um, very kind of like a veil is over the card. So Maya is the word for illusion. Um, this is really about paying attention to what is truth and what is emotion, because those can be two very different things. Paying attention to what is your guidance actually telling you and where are your emotions at, because sometimes those can be in two different spots, right? So your emotions are heightened a lot of times at the beginning of a relationship, and it's harder to pay attention to what your guidance is telling you. Do I bring this relationship forward? Do I back off from this relationship? Do I end it? Do I keep going forward? And so it's about taking a moment to step back and separate from, okay, my emotions are one thing and they are part of my guidance, but is it my emotion that's telling me one way or another way? Or is it someone else telling me or pushing me to feel a certain way?
Right.
What's true? Where's my discernment of me and another person's influence? And
Mhm.
so making sure that you're paying attention to what is my guidance actually telling me? Is my guidance telling me that this is really good and positive and I should continue? Or is it telling me something else and I need to pay attention to that? It's about separating your it's about separating out your guidance from the influence of others is really the big piece of this, and paying attention to where am I at in this relationship, or what is it that I am looking for in a relationship. Do I have that right now? Do I not have that right now? Paying attention to that kind of thing of like, what is it that I want out of a love relationship? Am I getting that? If not, is it something I can get with my current partner or a prospective partner? Or is it something that is more and I need to start looking for that? So it's just about paying attention to what is it that I want, the discernment of my guidance versus influence of others, and just paying attention to your truth versus what somebody else is telling you is true.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that feels good. The one I got is Forest Temple, and it's enlightenment. So it
Mhm.
is a lot of greens. Don't really look green on the camera, but down here is all green. And that's always a heart chakra color. So paying attention to those emotions, and you have love all around you. And so feel that love, and it's everywhere. It's not just, it doesn't have to come just from a person. It comes from the universe, from God. And this forest temple talks about going into nature and sitting and feeling that love all around you, feel that and trust those relationships with nature. And if you need to clear your head, go into nature and feel that. If you, yeah, I know for me and my husband, in nature is where we're the happiest, and we love to be in nature. We're going camping, this weekend, and just to be sitting out in nature. We have a backyard that is right by the river, in the rivers in our backyard, and we love to just sit out there and enjoy the nature around us, and it really strengthens our relationship. So pay attention to those things and get out in nature and get close to who you really are, and who, if you have a partner, be in nature together, and you'll feel that relationship strengthen by just being around nature and letting that love flow through you from God and from everything in nature. So really a good place to just go and sit, and no matter where it's at, it can be in a park or at an outdoor concert, or it doesn't have to be a nice quiet little place. Just being out in the fresh air is going to help rekindle a lot of relationships when you're out doing stuff. And that's what's so fun about summer. It's all about gathering and going to fairs and being together with people. So let that nature energy foster those relationships and help you. So really good. I got goosebumps.
Yeah, what a perfect season for that to be out in nature and help that rekindle
Yeah.
any relationship, including the relationship with yourself and your connection. Love it. Beautiful, Tracy.
Yeah.
That brings us into the topic of emotions for this summer.
All right.
Emotional outlook. Oh, here we go. One hopping out at me, of course.
I love when that happens.
So I'm pulling from the Getting into the Vortex cards again, because these are perfect when it comes to emotions, relationships, well, anything really. And I can praise abundance wherever I see it.
Awesome.
And I love this one for what we're talking about today. If you seek financial well-being for yourself, you must praise it wherever you see it. If you'd like more abundance for yourself personally or for others you care about, you must not criticize those who are experiencing abundance. When you criticize or condemn or push against anything, you activate an opposing vibration to what you seek. Every time, no exceptions. And this is really about creating resistance or letting go of resistance. One of the biggest things is in criticizing others, you create that criticism for yourself. So it's about the universe is reflecting back to you what you're putting out. So your vibration of what you're putting out is what you're getting back. So are you getting back to you the things that you want, or are you not? And that's in anything. That's in relationships, that's in abundance, that's in your career, that's in your emotional set point. So what you're putting out is what you are getting back. So are you getting back the things that you want? If not, think about, where am I at vibrationally then? Am I where I want to be? Obviously, if I'm not getting the things that I want back to me, or those things that, feel good to me, reflected back to me from the universe and the people and the things around me, then my vibrational set point isn't right. And I need to start improving that. And we have lots of ways of doing that, right? We've talked about that and throughout our podcast of ways to raise your vibration, things to put out the things that you want. And this talks about another one about praising others, praising things when you see it, praising things that you love, praising things throughout your whole life and the experience that you're having now, things that you appreciate, right? That vibration of appreciation is one of the highest vibrations that you can be in, accepting love. And so keeping that in mind and making sure that you are appreciating what you currently have, appreciating the people around you, appreciating when other people have good things happen to them and being happy for them genuinely. And when you can learn to do that, that's when you're in the space of true receiving.
Yeah.
And so consider that
Mm.
what you're putting out is what you're getting back.
Yeah. And something that's keeps hitting me in the head right now is to say is to speak those appreciations out. If someone does something and you appreciate it, make sure you tell them and acknowledge that for them. You know, speak those things out to people when you are appreciating them, because that can give it tenfold. It'll and if someone hears that, it helps them too, so it boosts everybody's energy all around you. So really good, really good.
Creates a ripple effect that you can't even see the ends of.
Right, for sure. The one I picked was keep your dreams alive, and it's a really happy, colorful card. Um, really think about those dreams and put yourself in those things. You know, we can project that out, and that is creating that, that's manifesting it. So always remember not to, you know, just keep dreaming about, oh, I want, I want, I want. We want to picture ourselves getting those things and creating that life that you love, creating that thing that you know, the life that you want to live, and putting yourself, seeing yourself actually doing those things, and um, keeping those dreams moving forward within you, and see that coming to you. um, there are like a lot of birds and flowers in this card, and to me that feels like a lot of new energy, like um things are blooming for you, you know. There are some really good things coming to you if you just keep those dreams and foster those dreams and keep them in the forefront of your mind, and seeing yourself creating that. And my shirt says, live the life you have imagined. It's perfect for this card. That wasn't planned, but you know.
Right. Well, the sign behind me, which is backwards probably on the video, but it says, life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Keeping those dreams alive, creating the life that you want.
Yeah. So good. I love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Amazing. So we have two more topics that we're going to touch on in this reading. The next one is health and wellness. And it's perfect time for this season to focus on improving health and wellness and getting out and doing things. Love it.
Yeah.
Especially us at the short outdoor seasons.
Yeah. I spend as much time as possible outside because we're closed up for a long time. Okay.
So the one I got is Nemesis or Nemosine, the past. And so this one's full of pinks and light and reflection. So this one, to me, part of it is letting go of judging yourself of what you've done in the past so that you can begin to move forward. A lot of people beat themselves up about, I'm not exercising enough. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I've never done this. Or, just beating yourself up, beating yourself up, beating yourself up, rather than taking that one first baby step forward. Because we all have an idea of what I should do next to improve my health, to improve my mental wellness, to improve my overall wellness, whatever it is. We all know at least that first step forward because it's been on our mind for a while. And maybe we haven't taken that step yet. And so this is about letting go of those hangups of the past that have stopped you from taking that first baby step and just taking that first baby step. Just do it day 1 and then day 2. And then if you miss day 3, well, then do it day 4. And letting go of that judgment of self and that things that you've done before. Well, I've done it before and it has or hasn't. Before doesn't matter anymore. Now is now. Let go of before and say, you know what? I forgive myself for before, for whatever happened. Now is now. And I have made the decision of this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to improve this. I'm going to feel better this way. I'm going to do this one thing that leads to the next, that leads to the next. It leads to me feeling better and better and better in whatever way that you choose first. But letting go of that self-judgment so that you can love yourself enough to take that first step forward that makes you feel better, that leads to better health, better wellness, whatever it is that you're wanting to work on first. So
Awesome. I got restore and replenish. So perfect for this topic.
yes.
And really just taking care of yourself, filling yourself up. A lot of green colors in this card too. So, that heart chakra. And when you're not feeling something and there's a lot going on in the summer, sometimes there's so many fun things going on. We want to do it all, but then we get so overwhelmed that we deplete ourselves. So take that time and fill yourself up, just go lay in the sun for the afternoon or go read a book on the beach or whatever. Don't feel guilty for giving yourself some time and taking that time when you need it. You're going to feel so much better if you do that rather than push through everything that you're supposed to do. Some days you just have to take a mental health day and allow yourself to just be and do something that fills your soul up again. And don't feel guilty for that. Just allow yourself to give yourself that time. Really good.
Oh,
That's a card a lot of us need to remember more often.
yes. And that's also releasing the judgment of yourself that you can't take a break because you should take a break.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're telling yourself I don't have time to take a break, that's the time you probably should take a break. We
Yeah.
talked about that in one of our previous podcasts. I think the one about stress in particular.
Yeah. And Esther or Abraham talks about that a lot. If you're not feeling good, take a little nap. It doesn't hurt anything to take 10-15 minutes to take a little snooze or a little meditation or just focus on your breath, whatever that is. Sit in the sun. It really helps to rejuvenate you and move you forward and feel better.
I know that when I feel really tired, the best thing I can do is to meditate. I always feel better after I do. I'm like, I think I just needed a meditation because now I feel good and I'm ready for the rest of my day. Sometimes it's just your body's way of telling you I need something and then listening to what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't poo-poo it away. Always listen and do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right. So our last topic for today is the energy of the season going forward, what that looks like for us.
Awesome.
That card's jumping out at me. Apparently it's you got 2 again, Tracy.
Awesome.
It fell out. So
That's okay.
we're gonna start with this one. So I am using my Dragon Oracle cards by Diana Cooper. Absolutely love these. And dragons really represent the wise energy of the universe, the universal mind, as it were. So the first one I got is Fire Dragon. It says, burns up the lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway.
Oh, I love it.
a lot of orange and red and yellow and white, and really about letting go of those things that no longer serve you to help you move forward in the highest and best way. And we talk about this a lot, about releasing that resistance so that you can really move forward. So, um, burning up, letting go of all of those things that you're like, these are holding me back, so that you can begin to move forward. And remembering that you are always safe, you are always protected. You can always move forward in a space that is comfortable and safe, and you are always in control. And so allowing yourself to know that everything is working out for you so that you can move forward. And maybe I'll read these ones after we do this first part, because they're hard to find in that book. And the second one is the perfect accompaniment. Of course, it's the air dragon, helps you rise above earthly matters. Communicate honestly, brings inspiration and hope. See life from a higher perspective. And that's, again, moving into the spiritual energies in your connection, remembering that you are the creator of your own life, and that you within you have that spark of inspiration that continually moves you forward if you listen to your guidance. And about remembering that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience, and that it's important to pay attention to that spiritual side of yourself as well, because that's really where your guidance comes from, your higher self, your inner being, that part of you that is your soul, that's always connected to the source of all that is. And so, I mean, these two together, what a powerful energy for moving forward. Am I right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. The one I got is, I'm using this deck. I did this on one other card, but Denise Lynn's in the Sacred Forest Oracle. This is a newer deck that I haven't used a lot, but I'm loving it the more I use it. So this one is Wisdom, and it's a really beautiful card too. A lot about the root chakra, knowing who you are, allowing your innate wisdom to come through. Like, we've talked about on almost every card, is that inner wisdom, the inner knowing that you have, and paying attention, learning to always pay attention to that, and using your inner guidance when you're moving forward. And the owl spirit on this one, owls are so intuitive and so wise, and they, even if you see an owl in the forest or along the walk, we have a lot of owls here, I suppose, because of the river, but I see them a lot and hear them a lot in the trees, and you can just see their wisdom coming through when you look at them. They almost speak to you, but if you can catch their eye, and just pay attention to that, and know that you know that you know and follow that guidance that you're getting when you're meditating, or when you take a minute to check in with yourself. Just always trusting that guidance within you as you move forward, and pay attention to where it's telling you to go, because that wisdom will never steer you wrong, just like I've said on almost every card. It's just once you start trusting that, you won't second guess it. You'll always know, okay, I'm supposed to go here, or I'm supposed to do this, whatever. The things will be placed in front of you that you could have never imagined. You'll meet people and do things that will be like, wow, you can't make this stuff up, and it happens on the daily a lot of times once you start to listen to that. So you're going to move forward into that wisdom, and allowing yourself to do that, more of it will come forward. So good card.
It really sounds like this season is really about introspection taking the time to think about what it is that you want moving forward and paying attention to your guidance and moving towards it. And I mean, that's good advice for any season, but it seems like this season that really is the theme of remembering your connection so that you can move forward with things that you want.
Yeah. So good.
Love it.
All right.
Absolutely beautiful.
So good. All right. Well, that about wraps it up for our celebration.
I hope you've enjoyed this year together. And if you're just joining us for the first time, hope that you enjoy the past year's experiences that we've led you through and the things that we've shared to help you move forward. And we hope that you join us for this next year going forward.
Yeah. Carissa, where can we find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at Light of Hope Healing on Facebook, and you can find me on my Square site, which is light-of-hope-healing.square.site. And then you can find us collectively on Facebook at our SoulSpace, as well as SoulSpace Podcast on YouTube, of course. And
Yep.
then Tracy, where can we find you on the interwebs?
I have a website, inspiredsignals.com. And on that website, there's links to all my socials and everywhere else. You can just go right there and find everything else. Easy peasy. Yeah.
One-stop shop.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for being here. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Happy 1 year, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.